Welcome back to the Sleepy Keys Tingle Network. And today we are showcasing a beautiful collection of brooches that are wonderful for gifting this season. We have a collection of monogram style brooches with every letter of the alphabet available for you to order in any combination that you choose. So I'll go through today and show you some of the different styles that we have to offer. And tell you a little bit more about how you can use each style and where you can wear them, what sort of occasions they're good for, and how great they are for gifting this holiday season. But I guess before we get into that, first I want to know, Bruce, Nancy, Barbara, what do you think of the tree? I stayed up late, came in late yesterday to get that decorated. It's pretty festive, right? It's beautiful. I thought, I went with a fun, colorful theme. So it's got the whimsy that we're looking for in the office. And what's that, Barbara? Why is your nephew's ornament in the back? No, I thought it would be best to keep it somewhere kind of low and around the back, so that way if he comes in to visit for any reason, he'll be able to see it and easily be able to take a look at it on the tree. So that's why I put it back there. And then, how was your Thanksgiving? And, Nance, did you end up making that cauliflower mashed potato recipe we're talking about? And how did that go over? So you won't be making that again next year? That makes sense to me. Yeah. Well, good. So my holiday, it was great. I kept it pretty simple. I didn't have to travel far, which, I was pretty excited about. But here's the thing. You're never going to guess who I ran into doing some holiday shopping over the weekend. I went to the mall, right? And it was pretty busy. And who did I see but Kevin? He was going to visit with Ashley over at the pretzel shop, right? Now, he's been working over there too since he's gone, but he seems to be doing really well, and he and Ashley are pretty serious now. And then he tells me that he's actually in this band, and oh gosh, what's the name? Well, I'll have to find it, but he said this Friday they're going to be on Cable Access 12 playing the concert on the public access channel, right? So then I said, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're doing okay. Thrilled to hear that you're doing some creative pursuits. And so he handed me this VHS tape, right? And he asked very nicely if, we would be willing to play his music video on the program. Now, I said I would ask Barbara, but I can't make any promises. So, Barbara, not to put you on the spot or anything, but would you be willing to play Kevin's music video on the program right now, today? Yes? In the spirit of the holiday season. Well, okay. Okay, well, let me see if I can find. And then here's the tape that Kevin handed me. He said that he does need this copy back because he's going to be sending it to the MTV as a submission to try and get it played on the MTV. So I guess treat it with care. But yeah, go ahead and put that on.
I see you're pale, and it's shining in the moonlight. A howling call of love's delight. Was there a beard from 100 miles away? A kiss was shared from that night until Monday. Ooh, moon's midnight kiss. Ooh, in the rayon's mist. We walk on together, hand in hand, held tight. Gothic Cupid's arrow begins to take its flight. Our lips touch and fall, begins to roll in. Love has risen from the dead again.
All right, well, there you go. The Sleepy Keys Tingle Network premiere of Baucastle. That was really something, Kevin and Ashley. But yeah, you can check them out on Cable Access 12 this Friday, I believe at 8 o'clock. And now, yeah, we'll get back to the brooches. Okay. So, now we have, again, this is just being shown in an A, right? But this is a beautiful script, cursive, uppercase A. I don't know exactly what font this would be, but it really, you know, it has a lot of movement to it, and then it's a very thick, gold-plated, always make sure you close the clasps when you're dealing with your brooches. Anyways, back to the letter A. It's the beautiful, thick, gold-plated design. This one weighs, I would say, you know, an ounce. I'm not sure. I'd have to get the scale out here, and I don't have notes on exact weights on these. This one, though, it comes in at 1.25 inches, so high. So this has a lot of impact for, you know, wearing on your brooch, on your sweaters, your blazers, your, you know, tops, any decorative tops. But something that's this large could also be used for, you know, putting it on a scarf, right? Or on your handbag, if it's okay to pierce the handbag. Or ideally, you're going to have the scarf going around the side of your handbag, and then you can use this on the scarf to connect it so it's not going to fall off your handbag. So yeah, take a look at this one. It is a gorgeous, shiny, gold-plated design, right? And then, you know, you might be thinking, well, we're just starting off with the you know, the beginning of the alphabet here, but there are just a lot of different options for a beautiful cursive A. Oops. And then a little bit thinner and in the silver tone finish, we have this lovely, lovely ornate M. So look at that. Look at how it shines. Look how it picks up the light. We've got an option in here where, you know, it's a little bit thinner, so you can get maybe, you know, 3 initials together in here, and, you know, it's not going to take up too much space on your, you know, blouse top, whatever it may be. But I love the movement in this one. As you can see in here, this letter M, you know, it has that flourish on the bottom there, but not on this side. Right? Almost looks like a little wisp of wind, maybe a musical note, maybe a shoe, right? So I can see this M being for music. You know, you got a music person in your life, a musician, a music teacher. They're gonna love this one because of that that fun flourish in the bottom. Right, and then next up, I think I want to go to this gorgeous design here, where we have just the most brilliant gold-plated and reasonable size monogram brooch. Now, this one, if you take a look in here, Bruce, go ahead and zoom in. You can see how this has been engraved inside this gold-plated design. And look at that brilliant shine. Now, with a brooch like this, you are going to have to do a little bit of upkeep when it comes to, you know, your polishing. So you do want to give this one a wipe down with a warm rag every once in a while, or a little bit of a jewelry cleaner. But that's going to keep it giving this brilliant shine on any apparel that you attach it to. So this one has a beautiful uppercase letter M, and it's got these flourishes on the side. Very, you know, very classy. You know, to have the flourishes, the engraving. Honestly, what's really making this such a beautiful brooch is the design on the outside, where you've got this kind of almost like a scalloped edge, and going around the edge here, it's hollow, so it's going to show what's underneath in your shirt, but it also gives it a little bit of a raised up look. Look at that. This one's a little bit smaller. This one's coming in close to you know, 1/2 inch. It's unassuming, but you know, it still says my name has the letter M in it, right? So this is a great option for you know, if you want it for yourself, for if you're looking for something a little bit more understated, if you're not looking for an, you know, a flashy big M like this, but instead one that you know, almost looks like a cameo, the way that it's you know, engraved in there and then surrounded by this beautiful, almost you know, framed circular oval shape. So gorgeous. I would want this one for myself. I mean, I think it's beautiful, very versatile, and would look great on my lapel or my handbag. So next up, we have our you know, sans serif brooches. This one's very interesting because you get 2 brooches in for this option, and you're going to have the sans serif fonts. So there's not going to be any flourishes. There's not going to be, you know, anything too showy about the font, and it's going to be very easy to read, right? So in this case, we have an N and an M, and you know, feed the pen through. Say it's, you know, shirt, blouse. This is also a really good option for if you've got a necktie. But then the, you know, the pen sort of disappears, and instead you just have the 2 letters showing. So in this case, I've got an N and an M. You can make this a combination of any 2 letters that you choose. But the top one is going to be considered the first letter. The bottom one is where it connects. That's going to be your second letter. So I love this option because, again, it's very easy to read. It gives you, you know, a clear indicator of what letter you want to have as part of your, you know, monogrammed statement. If you're looking for something where it's, you know, you want it to be obvious what the letter is, this is the way to do it. So there's your N and your M. And I'm going to take this out. Well, and then next up, we've got what I would consider to be the most beautiful and executive of the monogram brooch designs, because what we're working with here is a beautiful gold-plated brooch, right? And then there's a very elegant cursive letter that is in the middle, and it is surrounded by a shiny gold finish, but the inside of the brooch is more of a matte gold finish. So you've got the best of both worlds, folks. You've got shiny gold and matte gold. And then in terms of the lettering, you've got what I would consider very, very beautiful engraved cursive uppercase letters. So in this example that I'm showing, we're just looking at a cursive L and cursive T, but you can see how it's very, very delicately engraved inside this matted gold finish, right? Now, I don't know, looking at this one, I'm honestly thinking, what are my favorite cursive letters? Who looks the most beautiful? And I think if I had to choose just one, it would be the uppercase L. Look at that. So it's just swirling, right? And it's engraved so delicately in here, but it really feels like, you know, something about the L, something about the way that it moves. It's just so elegant. But after an uppercase L, I'd have to say my second favorite would be, probably an uppercase E. That one's really nice. A lot of loops in there. I love an uppercase K. That one looks good. Uppercase J. I'm sorry, doesn't really make sense. Oh, capital B, letter B. So, oh gosh, let me see. You know, an uppercase B. C is fine. C doesn't really do anything for me. D. No, a D, to me, the uppercase D kind of looks like a G, or maybe it's the other way around. Get those confused sometimes. F, honestly, I don't even remember what an F looks like right off the top of my head right now. And then there's the S. You know, the S is interesting. I would prefer more stylized S for my brooch, personally. And then a P. A P has a lot of room for flourishes and loops and such, similar to that of the L, right, or the B and the E. And then M, you know, we saw it with the silver one here, and then got another smaller one. But yeah, an M and the W. There's a lot of movement in those. Oh gosh. Now, ones I don't really care for, lowercase z. I don't know what to do with that. It doesn't really look like what I would want it to look like. And then a lowercase b. I don't care for that one either. E's and I's, lowercase. There's not a lot going on there. It's just, but you really wouldn't get a lowercase letter for your monogram items, so probably wouldn't have to worry about that so much, honestly. Anyways, how beautiful is this? It even goes to sort of textured, almost cross-hatched, gold-plated back on the design of this pen. Now, again, nobody's gonna really see what's going on the back of your brooch, but you're gonna know it's beautiful, the quality. So yeah, so here's how this works with the brooches, folks. For $29.99, you get an absolute steal of 6 brooches. Just make sure it's closed. 6 brooches in any combination that you would like. So now let me just put this on here. Now how might this work for you? So perhaps you want to just get 6 of the elegant sort of cameo design with the scalloped edge here. Beautiful raised, gold plated with the engraved letter in the middle. Now, if you, say your name's Marie, right? So you could get 5, all in the same style as this brooch, right? So you could, get a special 6th brooch, and you just say, hey, I want Marie, and then exclamation point. So it's Marie. Or perhaps it's Marie, and then you want one that's just a heart. just a little shape of a heart. Now these are technically supposed to be all letters, but you know, we might be able to make an exception to get something engraved that's a little bit different. But yeah, that's an option. They could be all the same style, right? Or you know, you could mix and match. It would be interesting, but it could be something where, you know, you've got an M in, you know, this style, and then, you know, a big gold-plated last name letter in another style. I don't think that's going to be a very common one, but it is something you could do. So, again, any sort of combination you would want for 6 of these. Now, that's going to be the low price of $29.99. Again, these are all gold-plated. They are custom engraved with whatever letters you want. So, so keep that in mind. So it's actually quite a good value. But if, say, for any reason, you you feel like, you know, actually these work perfectly for me because I have got friends and family with you know, these initials right here. That works too, because we're actually going to be selling this set to the first caller for the low price of $10.99, because these have already been handled, right? They've already been engraved. So you can have this set if you, you know, have friends and family in your life where these initials might work out for your monogram purposes. So that would work out great if perhaps your own initials are LT or your loved one's initials are LT. So, you know, if you have a Linda Thompson in your life, if you are Linda Thompson, that's going to work out great for you. So, but maybe it's actually Lily Thompson, right? Or you know, Laura Thompson, or oh, I don't know, Larry Thompson. These would look good on a fella too. These could work as almost like a tie clip, or, you know, something on the you know, the pocket, or even as an alternative to a cuff link. I don't know, like a Larry Thompson. But maybe it's actually for someone named you know, did I already say Linda? Yeah, it's probably for Linda. But, you know, you could switch these up. Who says the L's the first name? Maybe this is actually for, you know, Tammy Lamb, right? Or Tamara Lambscombe, or Tina Lambs, or Tiffany Lamborghini, or Tracy Lamb. Yeah, so that works. If that works for your friends and family, you might just be able to get this set. And perhaps your name begins with an M, or you just like this M. But don't forget that anytime you see an M, that could also be a W. Now it's a little bit trickier to put the pin on upside down here, but it can work. So, you know, it could be for your, obviously your Maries, your Marys, but keep that in mind for these, because, you know, you might know someone where it's me, or maybe it's you. You know, you've got Andrea Martin, right? That would work for Andrea Martin. Or Amanda Mickelson, or Amber Michelson, right? Or maybe Andrea Michelson. If not Andrea Michelson, Andrea Michelson. Or Andrea Mickelson, or Andrea Mickelson. And then, you know, again, maybe that's not how it's supposed to be oriented. If perhaps you know someone that's, you know, Michaela Andrews, right? Or, Macy Anderson, right? Or Maeve. We know that one's pretty common. Maeve Ambertson, right? Or Marcy Allegra, or you know, oh gosh, who could this be for that you might know? Oh yeah, your Megan Andrews, your Martin Anderson, your you know, Michael Ants. I don't know. So this could, you know, really work out for you, and you'd be getting it for a steal of the deal at $10.99, right? So what else we have in here is, oh right, this pin. Now the pin one's a little bit different because you're not going to be able to change the configuration. It's only going to be the N on the top and the M on the bottom. But that could work for someone, you know, if you know a Nancy Myers, right? Or a Nina Minute, or Nora Mora, or oh, I don't know, a Nardwar Michelson, or a, oh gosh, a Nancy Moore, probably is what you're going to use that for. Anyways, beautiful set, beautiful collection. You could have these right here for the low price of $10.99, first caller only though, or any combination you like, 6 of these for the low price of $29.99. So that's it, and we hope to hear from you soon. You're going to want to get these call in and get these ordered today, so you have them in time for, you know, gifting season, should any of these be a gift for someone. So get those engraved and then ordered and shipped to you as soon as possible. All right, thanks for watching.